Just got to shoot a little voiceover for the start of the vlog. What's up, YKTR? Before we get into this vlog, just want to say thank you for your support over the year, whether you've copped clothes or you haven't, but just want to announce that our latest drop and our last drop of the year is available online now. Hi summer, jump online, yktr.com.au. Now onto the vlog. Hey, good morning guys. I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Also a day in the life piece of content. Today is Thursday. We're dropping clothes tonight at 6 p.m. Just about to go to the gym, so it's about 3:45 right now. So just gonna get some pre-workout in, and also a hydrolyte. Thursdays are conditioning days at neighborhood, so Mellow thinks these are treats. Thursdays are conditioning days at neighborhood, so just try to have at least be hydrated. Boys in the gym just dropped these. They're going to be coming out soon. Acid 800, just a electrolyte. Sodium 800 milligrams, potassium 350 milligrams, magnesium 80 milligrams, calcium 80, and some coconut water. Salty mango flavor. So I tried it last night. It's actually mad. So I have one of these. I don't like to take supplements in the morning, like, you know, tablet form. Just because I don't like that burpy. You know, when you're training and that burp sort of feeling comes up. So one hydrolyte packet straight in there. And then also just have some pre-workout stuff as well. So I'm just having this at the moment. Just got it from the local supplement store, just to get firing. Haven't really trained properly in about a week too, so looking forward to getting back in the gym and swinging. Boom. Get that tingles down the face. No, but today I thought I'd just do a bit of a day in the life. I've got a few things on. Obviously, the way I like to work is I kind of like to work in 2 blocks. So I'll wake up in the morning, exercise, walk, move. Sometimes it's just taking Mellow for a walk, and then I move into my first block of work, which is where I try and be like the most aggressive. Like I crank that time out as quick as possible, and that's usually from like 7 till 10 or something. But we're actually shooting out of them. And then I've got a meeting at 10:45. For about half an hour with an agency, and then I'll have a break off. I either have lunch, and then depending on the weather, sometimes I like to go for a swim, or there's a dog park just down the road. Me and Mellow will do that. We'll either just go for a walk or go for a swim, or sometimes even exercise if I'm feeling up to it, and then have a swim, have a shower, and then I move into the second block of work. And today I have got a few consulting meetings as well. So I do a bunch of consulting on the side for brands, for individuals. I've got a program called the ICE Project, which is going really well. It's got about 370 members in there too. So, and then we launch close tonight at 6. And then sometimes we'll do that afternoon workout around 3:30, 4, depending on if any of the boys in the gym are doing it. So that's kind of the day. Take you guys along for the ride. Yeah, should be goodie. Here's the pre-workout. Boom, feeling good. And shout out to the boys, this is launching soon, so hydrolytes. Normally in these mornings, I like to, on our conditioning mornings, I used to love training fasted. I don't really love it anymore. I found whenever I train fasted, like, it's good when I'm training, but the lag that happens afterwards is like kind of annoying. And obviously if you're working or you got a full-time job, or for me, like I have to think and create momentum through work. I just find eating during these periods a lot better. So normally I'll just have like a banana in the morning on these conditioning sessions, just because it helps me with the session and I don't feel slack after. But normally after a gym we go for a coffee anyway, or I go for a coffee. really map out our day, do like a bit of a to-do list, and then just sort of start cranking from work. So it's about 3:40, 3:45 now. Gym starts about 4:30, so see you guys in there. Good thing about Queensland, sun comes up early, so see you guys in the gym. Hey, big dog. Been a while. Yeah, how you been? You good?
Talk to me.
Yeah, nah, back home, New Zealand.
You look, I was trying to say, man, you're looking next week, right?
Am I? Yeah. Thanks, bro. I think I lost about 5-6 kg since I've been here, eh?
Nice, man.
I want to trim all the way down.
That's probably more, right, because you would have got stronger.
Yeah.
So you put on, so true fat loss would have been more than that.
Yeah, yeah. Feel stronger too, which is good.
Yeah.
Signed up GC Marathon.
I saw that.
Yeah, you gonna come?
Maybe.
I think.
See how I feel.
Yeah.
Not with work and everything and kid.
Kid.
I'm going to Brizzy and shit. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Just can't fit it all in.
Why do you run to Brizzy?
Huh?
Why don't you just run to Brizzy? All right, we're at about 3:25. About to get the session rolling, so this will pack up pretty quick. Get about maybe 30, 35 people in here at a time. But let's get cranking.
Many rounds of reps as possible within that time. So consistent, steady effort today. Don't go too hard because 10 minutes is going to be a long time on the clock.
Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah. And gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends we take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored then only set the road and me go on with the road.
Just finished now, solid says. Thoughts, bro? Out of 10?
Tough, bro. It's fucking 9.
9 out of 10?
I was like this.
He's got nowhere to be. Wait.
Out of 10, out of 10.
That's 2.
Go shower up, get a coffee and head into work.
Roughly about 9 a.m. now, about to do some podcasting just here at Pivotal Conversations. But normally when I get home from the gym, I forgot to record it, but I get home from the gym about 5:30, have a coffee till about 6 or a swim, and then I try and just work as quick as I can or as hard as I can in that little 4-hour window from like 6:30 to 10:30. And what I'm doing during that time, always chops and changes, but I try and work in that block there, and probably 4 hours is a bit long for me. I'm not someone who can work at like a steady state for a long time. I like to sort of generate momentum, work as hard as I can, and then sort of just chill for a bit. But just here at Pivotal Conversations, check out this room, it's sick. Got a mad setup, so all the lights in here is pretty crazy. Sort of today's one was meant to do Art of Nothing, but had a quick change of plans. Oh, look at the lighting. But just gonna do some solo content now. So be here for the next 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then have a little break and get back into work. So stay tuned.
Our greatest gift in life is usually the thing that we take most for granted. So there's times where I'll sit in conversations or in business meetings and they'll ask me my thought patterns and I'll answer the question and I never thought of it that way. But to me, it was really obvious. Now, I feel like everyone's got a gift that they can share with the world. Now, I heard this great analogy the other day that when you see an orange tree grow or an apple tree grow and it sprouts out and then it produces apples, the apple tree doesn't actually eat the apples. The apples are for other people that are walking past to enjoy. Now, that's the same with our gifts. Like, we may take our gifts for granted, but they're things that we're actually meant to push out towards the world.
I need it, bro. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you. All right, just got back from the butcher's. Got 4 sausages, a kg of mince, and just a steak. So this will be my meals over the next couple of days. It's 10:15 now. I've got a meeting at 10:45, so quickly going to get some food in. Got some rice here as well, some taco mix, and some hummus. So what I want to have for lunch today is mince. Put the taco mix on top of that. Have half a packet of this rice, and then just going to put some of the hummus on top of it. Actually got this recipe from Nick Bear, who's a YouTuber. I like to sort of have it around this time at lunch. So we've gone for a block of training, we've gone for a bit of work, and I don't mind having carbs. Like, I've done carnivore diets and stuff like that before, and I find like probably the best I've ever looked is on a carnivore diet or a paleo diet. I done one in like 2012, which is way back in the day. But for me, obviously, work's a big part of everything that I do. So I like having carbs in there because obviously helps function the brain. And then I find I can work a little bit longer on there. So just gonna whip this up now. Probably cook about 500 grams of mince. That way I can just sort of save half of it later. And then I'll just put that in the microwave for a little bit later as well. So stay tuned. But honestly, I've tried like heaps of diets and stuff. When I first went to the Super League in like 2000, end of 2011, 12, I met a guy named Keegan Smith. He ended up being one of the pretty important parts of the Roosters' success in 13. So Trent Robinson was at Catalans and Keegan Smith was his trainer. And at the time, this is like, what, 12 years ago now, he taught us about paleo and intermittent fasting, and I used to only drink out of like flasks. So during that time, I actually learned heaps about like diets and nutrition. I used to read nutrition books and shit all the time, so it was good to learn. But when I done that diet, when I was playing in the Super League, I actually got too lean. So normally I'd play at about 88 kgs, 90 kgs on paleo diet with intermittent fasting. I was down to like 83 kgs. And when you're playing at halfback and you got big back rows coming at you, for me, 83 kgs was too light. But boy was ripped, man. Had the abs of doom. Boom, here we go, boys. Load up. But like if you think about fasting, like that's kind of big now. I was doing it back then. Never used to drink out of like plastic water bottles. Actually, Craig Fitzgibbon was the guy who gave me my first diet. He was at Hull FC at the time. He's the canola coach now. But like what I used to eat was like pork belly, and I used to only cook in full fat butter. Used to have raw goat's milk. Raw milk wasn't that big back then, but have raw milk, banana, honey, 2 egg yolks for brekkie. Bro, shred it up real quick, cooking in coconut oil. Just all that really basic stuff, man. Kind of like what Milincello does now. That's the stuff that Fitzy was teaching us. I was talking about it on the podcast one time too, and he ended up reaching out, which was cool. So shout out Fitzy. Boom, rice down the bottom. When Nick Bear has this, he has like buffalo or elk meat. Don't know where we can get that, but I'm just going plain mince here. And then they throw hummus on top, or hummus. I miss Lebanese food, man. Need a Lebanese restaurant up here. And then last thing I throw on is a bit of chili. But in next one he throws in beetroots, but I'll just throw a bit of chili on top. Don't know what the calories or anything or the weight of anything in this is, but it's what we have right. And that's what we're eating right here. So got enough left over for a little bit later. Just put that into a bowl, heat that up later. But yeah, this is lunch. Oh, for brekkie, had Greek yogurt, protein powder, and blueberries. That was about it. So sort of same size bowls as this. So this is like my second meal. But mix all this shit up. I've got a meeting in 5-10 minutes, but yo, cheers guys. Try this, man. This is the mix.
All right, we just got to 12 o'clock during the day, so obviously when you get up a little bit early, 3:30ish, your day goes like pretty quick. We can get a lot done. So we've worked out, sorry bro, it's so hot. Let me just turn the aircon on. We've worked out, we've done about 2-3 hours worth of work, plus maybe about half an hour podcasting, and then just finish off a meeting. So had lunch. It's about 12 o'clock now. I like to break my days up, so just gonna go down to go for a quick dip and spend some time with Mello, throw him in the water as well. It's obviously hot for him, but this sort of starts like the second part of your day. So you kind of have a rest from the first part of your day, and then obviously getting out in nature or the beach if you're lucky enough to live by one, or even just going for a walk. It just sort of kickstarts the engine for the second part of the day. Second part of the day, I got 2 consulting meetings back to back with some clients, so pretty excited about that. And then obviously head towards our launch tonight at 6. But if I get time, we'll definitely go to the gym for an afternoon like bike session, just sort of maybe take the legs over. But eventually just want to get a bike and a ski erg at my house, which I will get. That way you can just get that second session in the afternoon. And then yeah, that's about it. A few weeks of storms recently, so I don't know how good the water is, but we're just gonna have a quick dip, get in, get out, piss on a few things, get the energy back, and then we're on. You alright? No, babe? Lunchtime vibes. Alright, we are about to just jump into the back half of our work. We've just got some food here as well. Got some more Greek yogurt, frozen bananas, berries with some honey on top. Got back-to-back consulting meetings, so each meeting will go for about 45 minutes each. One's with Basketball Forever, so that's the Instagram page. I am the production manager for them, so we're going to start dropping some merch. They've got one of the biggest basketball followings in the world, actually. So excited for that. But the first one's with a new client. I'd say his name, but I don't know if he wants his business out there. But this is just the onboarding meeting. So he's going to start a clothing brand soon. You'll probably see in about 3-4 months. What I actually do is help brands create a brand identity, build them up, connect them to suppliers, do all that sort of stuff. So it takes out all the hard work or all the mistakes that you make as a founder. I sort of take that phase out of them. So I love consulting. It's probably one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, that's it. This is going to be the next couple of hours. That should take me to about 3:30, 4. Ideally, would love to go back to the gym. Not too sure if I'm going to have time with our launch tonight, but that would be the dream. So, see how we go. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, that's basically a wrap on the day. So about an hour till we launch. Basically what happens now, just jump on phones and try and get as many people online to your website as possible, and just cross your fingers and hope you get good sales. But after this, I'll just go for a walk with Mello down to the dog park. It was a little bit hot today, so take him for a walk, come home, have some dinner, and then start winding down and do it all again tomorrow. So thanks for watching, appreciate your support. Welcome to a day in the life.
For this life I cannot change.
Tell him to like and subscribe. Tell him to like and subscribe.
Deep off in the main. Imminent.